A fake garage conspiracy causes divided opinion. Almasri, 39, and his wife Herzallah, 37, enjoyed their life in Enderby, United Kingdom. It was a small, quaint town where there wasn't much going on. So when everyone found out what drama the couple had stirred up, they were surprised. Their house was made of brick and was close to a big highway. Facing the road was a garage that could fit one car. Little did people know what was hiding behind its doors. The couple had always kept a low profile. They both worked as doctors and had spent their fair share of time in hospitals. When they got home from their irregular work hours, they never came out of their house. What could they be doing? Their neighbors grew more curious once they noticed something strange coming out from inside their garage. It poured high up into the air and then disappeared as abruptly as it came out. The neighbors started talking amongst themselves as to what it could be. It was some kind of smoke or vapor, maybe dust from cleaning. Perhaps they were constructing something, but why keep it a secret? Theories after theories were made. Some said that the couple barbecued inside their garage so nobody could see them. Others said that they were conducting weird experiments behind the doors. The couple knew that the neighbors were onto them. They began to grow suspicious, so they had to take measures to keep their business a secret from prying eyes. They bought some timber from a local company, and once delivered, they started working. They built a wooden fence that surrounded their property. Nobody could find out what they were doing, but the neighbors weren't going to give up so easily. They were worried about what their neighbors could be doing and how it could be impacting their community. It was fair to assume it could be harmful since there was smoke dispersing into the air. Rita and Hamdi were none the wiser when a scene was unfolding right outside their home. Neighbors gathered around as police showed up in their dozens. Things were about to go down, and the neighbors were glad to see they finally solved the mystery. No one acts that strange if they have nothing to hide, and this couple definitely did. The development included the conversion of their garage to habitable accommodation and the erection of fencing preventing off-street parking at the property, said planning authorities. And when the media got a hold of the story, things took a strange turn. Planning permission in the UK is taken very seriously. The couple had built another dwelling on their property by converting their garage into a tiny home, even though this garage was supposed to be a parking area to prevent on-street parking. None of these alterations had been legally approved. The couple could appeal, but if unsuccessful, they would have to comply or face prosecution. But the false garage wasn't the only alteration they had made. Building developments that could be potentially damaging to the neighborhood or an inconvenience to the public are strictly forbidden in UK property development laws. If it is decided that a property is in breach of permissions, the local council will enforce changes. The audacious couple had also built an extra driveway that was positioned to give them direct access to a busy highway. The couple also undertook illegal works within the highway and created unauthorized vehicle access onto the busy B4114 dual carriageway, authorities stated. Rita and Hamdi had made an after-the-fact planning proposal to the district council in a bid to retain the changes to their Enderby property, but the couple's application was refused. They tried again, this time appealing to a higher body, the National Planning Inspectorate for England and Wales, but again their application was refused. Months later, Rita and Hamdi took down the illegal fencing. It looked like they were about to finally comply with the law. However, when authorities traveled to their home for the follow-up inspection, they found a large garage door propped up across the front of the garage. The tiny structure was still being used as a tiny home. Neighbors had told officials that an employee of the couple lived in the converted garage, and they had no choice but to initiate legal procedures against the couple. Indeed, a hearing on the matter was held at the nearby Leicester Magistrates Court, but Rita and Hamdi did not attend the proceedings. And since the report about the couple secretly converting their garage into a tiny dwelling was released, the story has gone viral online. But Rita had her own version of the story, which she offered up to Facebook, and soon netizens were in a frenzy. Rita says the story contains false information, had been twisted into a more negative light by the media, and is highly discriminatory toward her and her husband. This was a simple single garage conversion into a small garden annex in the house that we own on the land that we own, and it cannot be called a separate house in any stretch of the imagination, Rita wrote. We had no intention in breaking any laws. Rita then went on to explain that the contractor that the couple had hired to complete the conversion had told them that their modifications were compliant with the law. They are currently embroiled in a dispute with a service provider over converting the structure back to its original condition. Rita posted, "A simple council dispute over a tiny garage within our property that we converted for personal use was made into the foreign doctors that hit a house behind a propped-up garage door story. It doesn't feel random that this was given particular attention when there are thousands of other council disputes," she wrote, nodding to their ethnicity. Rita also added that the fake garage door had only been propped up against the front of the structure temporarily while they were preparing for installation. She claims that it was not put there to try to hide their tiny second home. "What stupid person would hide an annex with a propped-up garage door?" she angrily asked in her post. "I suggest some respect to the reader's intelligence at least would have been nice," she added. She concluded her post by addressing the haters directly. "I also suggest that before you try to attack a law-abiding, hard-working couple who have been misled by the council and builders, get both sides of the story." Looking through the comments that users have left on Rita's post, as well as on articles about the dispute, the issue is a divided one. But around half of the readers have decided to side with Herzallah and her husband. "Seriously, why can't people's homes be their own to do with as they please?" asked one commenter. "Such a shame. I say boo to the neighbors that reported it and boo to the planning." Rita's Facebook post caused a divided reaction online, but the authorities were determined to carry out a successful prosecution. They were each ordered to pay a $1,000 fine, including a legal cost of $1,600 and a $100 victim surcharge, in order to restore the garage to its original use. The authorities used this as a stark warning to others. The message from this case is clear: if you breach planning regulations and ignore us, we will not just go away.